First of all, thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for scheduling this important hearing to examine the impact of Chinese Communist Party's repressive rule on Tibetans. And I look forward to the testimony today from this august panel who's taken time to be with us. I also want to express my gratitude for serving on this bipartisan, bicameral commission. My colleagues in the House as well as in the Senate and the executive branch who are with us. It's a privilege for the opportunity to participate because I believe very strongly that this is a critical examination of what needs to be done to ensure that China's compliance with international human rights standards are held firm. Look, as a former intelligence officer myself with nearly 2 decades of experience both in the military and then working in counterintelligence operations inside of China, I've seen firsthand the national and the economic threat posed by China's global interests. And we've seen throughout the course of recent events, China will do whatever it takes for that level of global domination. In Wang Ji's book, 36 Stratagems, he highlights a theory that is steeped in Chinese cultural history, this idea of sacrificing the plum tree to preserve the peach tree. And what they mean by this is that you can sacrifice in the short term those who are most vulnerable for the strength of those who are in power. We are seeing this played out constantly in the autonomous state of Tibet today by the Chinese government. The individuals who are here in this room today know that the Chinese government is relentless in its approach to apply advanced technology to repress and track its very own people. Intrusive electronic surveillance is prevalent at every level. With this fact alone, it is cause for concern. The forced and often arbitrary collection of sensitive biometric information on millions of Tibetans and other local residents by their government officials is both dangerous, it is repressive, and is a clear violation of basic human rights. By leveraging this technology, the Chinese government can identify people who not only their face but also make up their cellular data, the very essence of who they are. The Tibetan population is put in serious risk of genealogical repression for future generations who are targeted on the basis of their DNA. In fact, between 2016 and 2022, the DNA collection program in the Tibetan Autonomous Region is believed to have cataloged as many as 1.2 million, approximately a third of the entire population of this region. And worse yet, Chinese authorities are targeting this data collection, as the chairman highlighted, in an effort on primary schools where they're taking blood from children as young as 5 years old. All of this done without any parental notification or consent. China's pervasive surveillance technology does not stop at the Tibetan border. The CCP's repression efforts extend to Tibetan communities abroad and is further evidence of the extreme lengths the Communist Party will go to undertake the dismantlement of the entire Tibetan civilization. This biometric data is a legitimate threat that will only deepen the CCP's control against indigenous populations around the globe. Violating international norms and concerns with privacy and the ultimate use of this biometric data as a basic human rights deserve protection no matter where they are in the world. And so, Mr. Chair, before I conclude my opening statement, I want to make my position on the United States companies selling technology to China today very clear. Any U.S. company transacting with the Chinese government to sell technology that can be used to further the Chinese government's repression are equally complicit. China's blatant human rights violations should immediately be clear, and those companies need to sever their ties with these violators. So again, to both the chairman in the House and the Senate, I look forward to our witnesses' statements today, the recommendations that you're providing to us so that we can take constructive action on this and make sure that China does not use their authoritarian surveillance or put others in a place where they also become subject to this type of totalitarian state. With that, I yield back the remainder of my time and thank the panel for being here today.
Thank you so very much for your very strong statement.
Thanks.
We welcome you to the Commission and look forward to your leadership, which will be greatly appreciated.